You want to see a cop that flat out trips on fucking our ego hungry? Yeah, we got one right here. A cop starts wigging out and tripping out when people know their constitutional amendment rights. That's there. Officer Karen gets owned by a man who knows this right. And this is the same one, the same officer that the fraud or dweeb network, troll network covered it. Yeah, especially Kenny. He was covering this one. But here comes my perspective, my take on this one as well.
That suspicion isn't a crime. We're in full uniform, Miss Lady. We're not doing nothing wrong. She is not in full uniform. She has it on her phone.
So what? I can get anything on my phone.
She has her badge, her name.
I don't care. She should have her badge around her neck. Did we know the name? Okay. Let me ask you this.
Can I get a supervisor?
If I call.
Can I dig in my pocket to grab my phone?
Sure, you can get your supervisor as.
Okay, no, I want your supervisor.
Oh, I don't.
Well, can you call one?
I don't have one on duty.
What do you right now?
Meet Officer Karen. She stopped these workers because they looked suspicious, and one wasn't wearing her ID badge. But as you can see, Officer Karen is clearly having a bad day.
Oh, yeah.
She's about to make it all of these people's problem. But just...
Oh, yeah. It makes you think, she's like, oh, I don't care. She just have her badge right there. Like, hey, kid, Officer Karen, what's the matter, sweetheart? Is your tampon fucking getting a little soaked there, sweetheart? I think it's about time to go back to the station, change the maxi pad. You must be bleeding heavy harder, sweetheart.
Watch Officer Karen's response when she walks away to radio in this guy's name.
Make sure you tell me the right thing. You ain't doing nothing wrong. I know you ain't doing nothing wrong, right?
I'm not saying you're doing it.
Wow, chill out. Hey, Karen. Hey, we're not saying, like, Karen, slow down. Bring it down, Karen officer. Relax. And this is the problem with police officers, ladies and gentlemen. They having a bad day or this or get the woman and they go down time on. She probably right. She probably bleeding hard. She must have been having yeah, she must have been having an extra fucking period. She didn't soak it past. She needed bad something I understand. She needed a bag of soaking pads to fucking cure that fucking raging heart. Anyways, more serious than no. Yeah. Most police officers, when you deal with a police officer, they're supposed to de-escalate this situation. Karen's all escalated. Sweetheart, is that your squad car right there? Did you bring a box of maxi pads, soak them with you?
Say you're doing anything wrong, but I want you to identify yourself because you're going in and out of all these buildings. That's all I asked for, right?
Grandmother.
And then he's not in any uniform, and she has no badge, and she has no badge, and she has no badge. Where's the badge? I am not looking at anybody's phones. I want a badge. I want a badge.
Let's go. I want to go to jail.
I want a badge.
Because I'm looking...
I want a badge.
I'm putting you in handcuffs. Let's go.
I want a badge.
I'm not breaking any law, Miss Lady.
Now these people are at work, and they've offered to show her their employee IDs on their phones. And they aren't even breaking any laws. Officer Karen just thinks they look a bit out of place, and she's determined to escalate. Now let's get one thing straight. This situation occurred in Pennsylvania, a state that does not have a stop and ID law. You are not required to provide your name, address, ID, or immigration status to police in Pennsylvania just because an officer stopped you.
Also, it is the same thing in Washington State. If I was walking down the street and a police officer want my ID, my information like that, I don't have to give him nothing like that. I would tell the officer, "Oh, really? I said, well, why do you need it? Well, we got a call about a suspicious person walking down the street. See, that's what the thing. Cops make up lies. Oh, we got a call. Oh, we got several calls in. Oh, you look like a suspicious person. No, being suspicious does not count for one getting identification of anybody. Like if I walk down the street, I would tell the officers that, no, officer, you need RAS, reasonable, articulated suspicion that I'm committing a crime, about to commit a crime, or already commit a crime. Unless you have reasonable, articulated suspicion that you've seen it, you ain't gonna get no ID.
You have to be trespassing.
You're trespassing. It's private property. It's private property.
You have to be trespassing. You the cop. You know the law.
Trespassing is private property.
We're not trespassing. You have to be trespassed.
Okay, so can we leave?
No, stay.
Okay, we can stay. So are we being detained?
2772 to 2772.
So we are being detained.
Are we being detained?
I just want your
So we're being
identification.
detained because
Are we being
you're
detained?
Give me your badges. If you can certainly show a badge to anybody here, you can show me a badge.
We have
You
a
are.
civil
All I did was ask you for your identification. How am I being hostile?
Officer Karen won't directly tell these people whether they're being detained. She won't even let them speak when she asks them a direct question. And remember, these workers have ID. It's just not in a form the officer feels like accepting right now.
Did I ask you?
You know, and you also know these people are workers too because they got work vests on as well. Yes, these people have IDs. You know what? In some security, you don't have to have a badge at all. And she said, "Oh, she didn't have a badge at all like that." There's some place you don't have to have an ad. You just need an identification, like a work badge or work tag like that. And these people are on a job as well. And this Karen she's just going to go like a 0 to 100 like that. Like I said, she needs to go back to that squad car and change the maxi pad. Use the deluxe soaking pads.
You protect the service. Civil service. Can you please de-escalate?
Identification of where you people
Yes,
work.
I will give you my identification.
I asked the
Will
question I
you?
asked you.
Okay, but before the law states, in order for me to identify to a police officer in the state of Pennsylvania, you have to have reasonable
Articulated suspicion. Bam! Right there. And it's not just the Pennsylvania, it's a mini state. A police officer, in order to identify you, they need your identification, your ID, your state government ID from you. They need reasonable, articulated suspicion. And that workers, and he knows his right. He knows the law.
Committed a crime, have committed
Big crime.
As long as there's
Suspicion.
if the officer is a complete
Suspicious person is not enough. Being, just because the cop says, "Oh, you look suspicious," "Oh, we got suspicion," that's not enough to warrant identification of somebody. You need reasonable, articulated suspicion that the person has already committed a crime or is about to commit a crime. I mean, what crime did these workers commit? What? Oh, they're on private property or trespassing? No, they're working. They're on work. This Karen Scott's just fishing for shit. She is just fishing.
I don't know that.
And then the shooter, I don't know that. Well, how would you? Well, you don't know. Well, you might want to start learning there, Karen. See, as I Karen. You're sitting there you're expedition fishing for circumstances on these workers.
We're telling you.
You came out.
We don't have to give you. We don't have to give you.
You're not even talking to me like that, young lady. Your identification.
Allegedly, one of the first things they teach in police academy is de-escalation.
Yeah.
It's not working here because not only is this officer wrong on the law, she's so angry that she tries to shut down this guy entirely. Now watch as these workers again offer to give the officer their supervisor's contact information, which is exactly what she was asking for just a couple of minutes ago.
You like my lawyer's number? We can give you our supervisor. Is that what you would like? You can contact our supervisor. Sounds like y'all was doing.
Who you work with? That's all I'm asking.
Okay, my name is Jeffrey Dice.
I am not speaking to you.
I'm talking to you.
Speaking to you. I will be looking
Why
at
are
your
you so hostile, Miss Lady?
my face.
You want to get mad at me? We recorded it.
because you get mad at me.
Yeah, it's pretty clear she doesn't care if she's being recorded. And Officer Karen knows her reasoning for this stop is falling apart because she'd have already acted on her suspicions if she actually had probable cause for trespass.
Yeah, now you know what she's gonna go do. Yeah, now she's raised it out. Now she can go about on feelings. Yeah, like she's gonna run and say, "I don't care. I'm the law. You obey my authority." Like, nah.
Eventually, this guy realizes he's just having a circular argument, and he brings out something that really upsets Officer Karen: his constitutional rights.
Ooh.
Okay.
She does not
Well,
have.
how about
she
this?
does not
Until
have
your
the
supervisor be here, I'm going to invoke my Fifth Amendment. Now, if you want to arrest me, you can do it. You have to go like this. But for a man that's protecting his rights, you want me to... Okay, no, to plead the fifth, because I have not committed a crime. I only answer when I commit a crime, Miss Lady. I have not committed a crime.
All I'm asking you for is your ID.
But I will have to give that if I commit a crime. You're so used to arresting people.
And guess what? That supervisor did eventually show up and ended up agreeing with the workers. Check this out.
Here we go. This is gonna get good. And guess what? This is the part that Kenny, aka Mr. Takedown, exposing first, did not cover. I saw his video. He did not cover when the supervisor and agreed with these workers.
Wait, you lying. So you work for you the Larksville. So yes. Yeah, but according to the
He said, I don't want to get that. You'll figure
In the end, Officer Karen had no reason for her stop, and she knew it. The best defense she could offer is that it would have been so much easier if this guy had just submitted to her authority and not made such a scene.
Yeah, and that's the problem with these we back the blue people. And that's the same attitude with them. Oh, just comply and everything be fine. You know, just obey and you won't get hurt. That is just as simple like that. Oh, if the cops just ask you questions, answer them. If they demand ID, give up your ID. If they tell you stop recording, don't record them. Just, you know, and they tell you, oh, just obey and just remember, guys, back the blue until it happens to you. Yeah. Oh.
I'm very adept in the law space.
Now, if you're going to add me on Snapchat, if you want me on Facebook or something like that, I'll give you my name, but I'm not giving you my name.
It would have been so much easier.
Yeah, but now y'all got us out here like we the bad people.
Nobody's saying that.
But we're not the bad people.
Bad people. So, the process is when I
She the one that called the police.
If you were to just give
Police.
okay, but now you're going to have to start all over. Whatever you're going to do, and that's a different thing.
Oh, I'm done now.
This is an everyday occurrence in America, where police officers count on you trusting their version of the law. But as this guy makes perfectly clear, these are cops, not lawyers. Rack up a rare win for a guy who knows his rights. And this isn't even the craziest conspiracy theory Republicans have cooked up. Check out this video, where I break down all the details of the GOP's Hunter Biden bribery scheme.
Oh. Yeah. And that's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. You know, it's police officers in this day and age our four founding fathers have warned against about as well. And another thing about, before I get out of here, is cops always, when they're trying to interact with you, they are always hoping that you don't know the constitutional amendments, that you just surrender and give up your rights, that you fold them over. And that's why cops a lot of times get butthurt or triggered when you know your rights, you know, and they get agitated. Oh yeah, then they start cursing at you, and it's okay, but you curse back and then, bam, you go to jail for like that. And they're saying, no, you're abusing like that. No, even if you curse them and call them a fat fucking pig, that's still protecting the First Amendment of freedom of speech. That's not harassment. With that said, I'm out here. Much. Peace out.